Hello students, I am Sunny sir from Mahdi English School. This video is for class 3 subject English. So let us read the thought for today. Knowledge will give you power, but character will give you respect. So both are important, knowledge as well as your character. Your knowledge shows your intelligence, how much intelligent you are, but your character shows your family background. So first important thing is your character. Behave nicely with everyone. Always be helpful and always be honest with everyone, and also knowledge is important. The content of today's video is lesson number 7, a born dreamer, that we have been studying in the past videos also. Today we will continue with the reading of the lesson which is left in between. We will learn the meanings of some difficult words that come in between. We will understand the story. The story is about our former President Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. I had told you about the story. What had I told you? This is a biographical passage about the life of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. And the lesson begins with the description of Dr. Kalam's childhood. He was born in Rameswaram, Tamil Nadu. His father was a boat owner. Though his father was not educated, he never went to school, but he supported Abdul Kalam to study. The young Dr. Kalam, he made efforts and he went to school and he studied well. Later he joined Madras Institute of Technology. So there he studied aerospace engineering. Then his sister had to sell jewelry for his education and he wanted to go for higher education. His lifelong dream was of flying. So his sister had to sacrifice for him. After joining DRDO and later ISRO as a scientist, he came to be known as the Missile Man of India, as he had helped India to launch the first rocket. So let us read the lesson and understand it further. So here is the lesson, a born dreamer. Yesterday we had read the lesson, so let us quickly have the recap what I had explained already. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was born in 1931 in the town of Rameswaram in Tamil Nadu. He was the youngest of 5 children. His father, Jainulabuddin, was a boat owner. Although he never went to school, Jainulabuddin was a wise man. He encouraged Abdul Kalam to study. He also taught him to look at failures as opportunities to learn. Opportunities means chances. As a child, Dr. Kalam loved to look at the sky and watch the flight of birds. He launched to fly and was confident that one day he would reach the sky. At school, he was declared to be an average student, but his teachers realized that he could work very hard. Growing up, it was difficult to find books to read in his hometown. However, he did not let that stop him. He would go to a neighbor's house and borrow books from his personal library. Soon, things at home got worse when his father's business stopped doing well, and Dr. Kalam had to sell newspapers to help his family. So, in the previous video, I had explained till this paragraph. The last thing that I had told you was The situation in Dr. Kalam's house got worse, so he had to sell newspapers. And why did he sell newspapers? He wanted to help his family so that they could eat. They could get the meal twice in a day. Because of his father's business shutdown, he had to sell the newspapers. So, with this, you can imagine how much hard work he did in his childhood and later he achieved something. So, from that, we can also learn hard work is very important and no work is good or bad. Each and every work is good. You can do any work, whatever you wish to. As our former Prime President, as Abdul Kalam also sold the newspapers, so with that we can imagine no work is a small work. Then we shall continue today from this paragraph. I will read. You should also read with me and understand. However, India's freedom from British rule filled Dr. Kalam with hope and courage. So, as you know, India was under the British rule for 200 years. As India became free, Dr. Kalam was filled with hope and courage. Dr. Kalam had lots of hopes and courage in his heart. He thought he could achieve so many things now as India is free. He was also free to go anywhere. It encouraged him to move away from home and follow his dreams. Encouraged means to support. So, what encouraged him? India's freedom. As India had become a free nation, so with that, Dr. Kalam was also encouraged. He wanted to leave his hometown and he wanted to follow his dreams. What was his dream? He wanted to fly high in the sky. That was his dream. He wanted to study further. So he wanted to leave the town where he lived and wanted to go somewhere else. However, he did not let that stop. He asked his father's permission to study at Scott's Higher Secondary School, Ramnathpuram. So, what did he do then? He took the permission from his father as he wanted to go to Ramnathpuram. And why did he want to go to Ramnathpuram? He wanted to study in the Scott's Higher Secondary School. That is the name of the school, the higher secondary school where he studied. And which place is it located? It is in Ramnathpuram. So that question could be asked, where did he study, in which school? So the higher secondary school is Scott's Higher Secondary School. It is located in Ramnathpuram. Abdul Kalam took permission from his father and he went to this higher secondary school to gain further knowledge. Then, after that, it was all about climbing up the ladder to success. So, what is the meaning of climbing up the ladder to success? Means, one by one, he started achieving his dreams. His dreams started coming true. He climbed up the success ladder. Means, whatever he did, wherever he went, he was successful in all the things that he did. So all the good days had come for him. He studied hard, gained confidence, and he became determined to achieve success. So it is given over here that he studied hard. You should also study hard. What is the meaning of that? Means you should study every day for some hours. You should decide a fixed timetable, and during that time of studies, you should not play or you should not do any other activities. Like Abdul Kalam, he studied very hard and he gained confidence. Confidence is one of the most important things that you should have. If you have confidence in yourself, you can talk to anyone nicely. But lack of confidence will not allow you to speak in front of everyone. So confidence is very important. Whatever you do, you should be confident that it is correct and you should never doubt on yourself. So Abdul Kalam, he gained confidence and he became determined. Determined means when you take some decision, when you decide something and you never ever leave that decision aside. You work hard on that decision and you make it true. That is called determined. So he became determined to achieve success. So what is the meaning of the word achieve? Achieve means to get. He wanted to get success. He wanted to achieve success. Success means victory. When you win something, you are successful. He got inspired by his teachers and struggled his way to the top. So here you can see who inspired Dr. Kalam. His teachers inspired him. Inspired means to give motivation. Like your teacher tells you, no problem, you can do better next time. If you get less marks, for example, then it is not a big deal. You can work hard and next time you can get good marks. So that is called inspiration. Your teachers tell you that your drawing is beautiful, you can be a painter. So that type of words are called inspiration. And the teachers inspired Dr. Kalam when he was in school, and so he struggled his way to the top. So his way to the top means what? Means he went higher in his studies, he achieved good marks and he became something which no one assumed. Then it is given, he remembered his dream of reaching the skies and decided to go to Madras Institute of Technology to study aerospace engineering. So as I had told you about the story in the introduction of the lesson, here comes the important point, that is, he always remembered his dream that he wanted to fly up high in the sky. That was his dream as a child. So he decided that he should go to MIT. So here you have to learn the full form of MIT, Madras Institute of Technology. It is the name of the college where, or the institute where he studied. Madras Institute of Technology. That is where he went to study aerospace engineering. So what is the meaning of aerospace engineering? You know, it is a type of engineering. It is a branch of study that deals with aircraft and spacecraft. Just like aeroplanes, we have aircraft and spacecraft which go into the sky. That kind of vehicles are aircraft and spacecraft. So he wanted to study about these types of vehicles which go into the space. So he studied aerospace engineering at MIT. His sister had to deposit her jewelry to fund his education. So as I told you, Abdul Kalam's sister had to sacrifice for him. What did she sacrifice? She sacrificed her jewelry, means the ornaments, the gold ornaments like chain and other things that are worn in the around the neck and in the hand. So that kind of things were sacrificed by Abdul Kalam's sister so that they could get some money and they could fund his education. For the fees, she had to sacrifice her jewelry. Then in 1960, Dr. Kalam joined the Defense Research and Development Organization, that is DRDO, as a scientist. Now here comes the next important point of the lesson. Remember the year in 1960. What did he join? He joined DRDO. So here, just like MIT, do remember the full form of DRDO? That is Defense Research and Development Organization. That is where he was working. And what was his post over there? He was a scientist with DRDO in 1960. From there, he moved to Indian Space Research Organization, that is ISRO, also called ISRO. It is a very popular name. Also, in your general knowledge, it might come. So, after joining DRDO as a scientist, Abdul Kalam moved to a new organization and he worked over there also. Which is that new one? ISRO, that is for Indian Space Research Organization, to follow his heart and find a way to touch the skies. As I said, his dream was to touch the sky. He wanted to reach the sky. That was his dream. So he joined ISRO so that he could fulfill his dream of reaching the sky. Then he went on to help launch India's first rocket. Launch means something when it is launched to send it to the space in the sky. When you send something like rocket or something in the sky, it is called launch, to send something into space. So Abdul Kalam helped our nation, India, to launch the first rocket of our country and also came to be known as the Missile Man of India. So one of the most important points we get over here. Abdul Kalam came to be known as the Missile Man of India. For which reason? As he helped India to launch the first rocket. And that's why the title of Missile Man of India was given to him. Also remember the two organizations in which he worked, that is DRDO and ISRO, ISRO. Then let us read further. Dr. Kalam was awarded the Padma Bhushan in 1981, the Padma Vibhushan in 1990, and the Bharat Ratna in 1997. So what are these three? The Padma Bhushan in 1981, the Padma Vibhushan in 1990, and the Bharat Ratna in 1997. So these three are the name of the awards, the honors. He was honored by our government, and because of that honor, he got these three awards in different years. First he got in 1981, then after 9 years in 1990, and again after 7 years in 1997. The names of these awards or honors are very important. Also these are proper nouns, so they have to be written in capital alphabets. Here is capital P and capital B. How to speak this? Please do learn it. The Padma Bhushan. The Padma Bhushan. Then we have the Padma Vibhushan. Here V should be capital along with P. The Padma Vibhushan. The third one is the Bharat Ratna. The Bharat Ratna. Here B and R should be capitalized. Then he also became the 11th President of India in 2002. As you know, what did he become? He had become the President, and it was back in the year 2002 he was selected as the President of our country, and he was the 11th President of our country. Remember that who was the 11th President? Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. In which year did he become? In the year 2002. His journey from a small town boy to a famous scientist and the leader of a nation is a great example of what strong will, determination, hard work and ambition can achieve. So, he was the 11th President, and his journey, what he was in the childhood and what he became when he was young It is example for all of us. He came to be known as a famous scientist of our country. He was a great leader as he became the president. So it gives us a great example that if you have a strong will, if your willpower is good, if you want to do it, then you can do it. Determination, if you are determined, your decision is final, then you can achieve anything. And most important is your hard work. You should work hard for anything that you wish to achieve. The ambition, what is your dream? You must have a dream in your life. What do you want to become? Like whom do you want to become? Do you want to follow Dr. Kalam or someone else? So you should have an ambition in your life, what you want to achieve. Then, next paragraph, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam wondered. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam worked hard throughout his life. Throughout his life means the whole life he kept on working hard because he knew that hard work is the key to success. There is no other alternative for hard work. He encouraged students to aim high and have the determination to achieve their dreams. So, whenever he went to any colleges or any schools, he always told the students that your aim should be high. You should aim higher. For example, if you aim at 90%, you will land at around 85. Never put your aim below your capacity. So your aim should be very high. And you should have the determination to achieve the dreams. Means your decision should be final. Nothing should stop you from achieving your dreams. Whatever you want to become, you can. He saw defeats as chances to learn and do better. So according to him, the defeats, whenever we lose, whenever we fail, that is a chance to do better next time. So always take the defeats, the failure as opportunity to learn better. He once said, dreams are not those which come while we are sleeping, but dreams are those when you don't sleep before fulfilling them. So, very good thought we have over here, written by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. The thought, it clearly states that when you sleep at night, the dreams that you see are not the real dreams, but the real dreams are the ones when you cannot sleep before you achieve that dreams. The dreams will not let you sleep unless you achieve that dreams. You want to achieve the dream and you cannot sleep before achieving that, and that is the real dream, not the dream which you get when you are asleep. That is what Dr. Kalam said. So always aim higher, and not only that, but you should also work hard. Just aiming higher is not enough. Hard work is important. Aim is important, ambition, the dream is important, but if you want to achieve that, hard work should be there. So that is what we learned in the lesson. Let us see the meanings of some difficult words. Number 1, odds, difficulties. Odds, difficulties. Odds, difficulties. Opportunities, chances. Opportunities, chances. Opportunities, chances. Achieve, get. Achieve, get. Aerospace engineering, a branch of study that deals with aircraft and spacecraft. Launch, to send something into space. Launch, to send something into space. Missile, a weapon that explodes on meeting its target. Missile, a weapon that explodes on meeting its target. Now, lesson number 7, a born dreamer. Let us check how much you have understood the lesson. So whatever we have learnt in the lesson, from that these are the extra question answers which you do not have to write in the fair book, but you should write in the rough book. So let us see how much you have understood from the lesson. Number 1. Where was Dr. Kalam born? What was his birthplace? Dr. Kalam was born in the town of Rameswaram in Tamil Nadu. Where was Dr. Kalam born? Dr. Kalam was born in the town of Rameswaram in Tamil Nadu. It is in our country, India. Learn the spelling: Rameswaram, Rameswaram, Tamilnadu, Tamil Nadu. Then, number 2, which year was Dr. Kalam born in? So, in which year was he born? Dr. Kalam was born in the year 1931. In which year was Dr. Kalam born? Dr. Kalam was born in the year 1931. Number 3. What was Dr. Kalam's father's profession? Means, what did his father do? His father, Jainul-Abidin, was a boat owner. What was his father's name? His father's name was Jainul-Abidin, and he was a boat owner. He owned the boat. That was his business. Jainul-Abidin was a boat owner. Next question we have: how did Kalam manage to read books? He would borrow books from his neighbor's library. He did not have so many books in his hometown. So what did he do? He borrowed books from his neighbor's library. That is how he read the books. Next, where did Kalam go to college? In which college did he go? He went to Madras Institute of Technology, MIT. Where did he go? Dr. Kalam went to Madras Institute of Technology, MIT. Where did he work? So where did he work as scientist? He worked with DRDO, which is shown over here, as a scientist, and then with ISRO, ISRO. He worked with these two organizations, and what was his post over there? He worked as a scientist. Dr. Kalam worked with DRDO and then with ISRO, ISRO, as a scientist. Next, what honors did he receive from the government of India? Which awards did he receive that we saw in the lesson? He was awarded the Padma Bhushan, the Padma Vibhushan, and the Bharat Ratna. Again, he was awarded the Padma Bhushan, the Padma Vibhushan, and the Bharat Ratna. These 3 awards or honors were given to him. Last for today, what does his life teach us? His life means Dr. Kalam's life. What does Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam's life teach us? His life teaches us that if you have strong will, determination, and hard work and ambition, then you can achieve anything in life. So you should learn from him. You should have strong willpower. You should have determination, your decision. You should put in hard work and ambition. The dream must be there, and nothing can stop you from being successful. You can achieve anything in life. That is what his life teaches us. So I hope you have learned the lesson. You have understood the lesson number 7, a born dreamer. And you should learn from our former President APJ Abdul Kalam, being a boy from a middle class family, how much hard he worked, and he went on to become a scientist, a doctor, and also the president of India. And moreover, he was a good person who helped everyone. Thank you for watching the video. Have a nice day.